Are you an artist? You bet you are. Listen into my conversation with innovation keynote speaker Josh Linkner on the best ways to access your imagination and creativity at work and in your life.
Well, first of all, I think we need to expand our definition of what an artist is. We often think that artist is somebody that paints on a canvas, but you're 100% right. You're a keynote artist. When you're helping a client figure out who's the right fit, when you're working on a sales opportunity, when you're forging new ground in your business, that is art. Art is simply the intersection of imagination and skill. And you, my friend, have both of those. So I really think that we should all be artists. Why couldn't we be a sales artist or a customer service artist? If you try cases in front of a jury, be a legal artist for sure. Why wouldn't you want to be? Anyway, so I think that there's room for creativity, for artistry in almost every profession, even something like healthcare. I mean, I'm not saying that a doctor should walk in one day and be like, yeah, dude, I'm going to operate from the other side. Of course not. They should be responsible. But it doesn't mean that they shouldn't observe patterns and then afterward, in a safe environment, explore different possibilities for sure. I think that's how humanity is elevated. So back to your question about jazz. I actually started playing jazz music over 40 years ago. I put myself through college playing music. I still play regularly today. It's a deep passion of mine. And whether or not people love listening to jazz, it's a bit of an acquired taste. The thing I like about it, it's this raw art form where you are composing and performing simultaneously.
Right.
It's a little bit dangerous because you can't just like go back and touch up a mistake. You're performing in front of your audience, which is consuming your art as you compose it. And the thing I love about it is that it's really like, I would say what we're doing right now is jazz. We're not reading from a script.
No.
We both happen to know the language, but you're saying something, I'm picking up on that. There's visual cues. I listen to you, you listen to me. And that's really what jazz is all about. It's a conversation among the musicians and the audience. And just like this interview, we're discussing and we're creating in real time. And so the one thing that I think people would want to know about jazz is that you imagine, okay, there's this jazz musician. First of all, they should be wildly creative. Jazz musicians are no more creative than the next person. They just happen to sort of know some of the rules and the tactics. I cover many of them in the book on how to bring their creativity forward. The other thing that's a mistaken thing about jazz musicians is that I get up on a stage. I've asked this all the time. Hey, you're in front of a discerning audience and you have to make all this stuff up as you go. How do you know you're going to play it all right? And the answer is, I know for sure I'm not going to play it all right.
Yeah,
like
you don't know.
100%.
You don't know.
I do know. I know for sure I'm going to make mistakes. Like I've never once in the history of thousands of performances played it right. The point is that all jazz musicians don't play it perfectly. What they do is they make mistakes and then they learn how to course correct. So creative confidence doesn't come from playing things perfectly. It comes from recognizing that you're going to screw stuff up and knowing how to fix it as you do.
Thanks for stopping in and watching this video. If you found it helpful, you can find others just like it at the link below and subscribe while you're at it.